Welcome to 97 Secrets to Success. My name is Shane, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of books that I just picked up. This one here is You Inc. If you haven't read this book yet, I haven't read it yet either. I just bought the book, and I found it at one of those secondhand bookstores, because a lot of times that's how I increase my library, because as you can see, I got a ton of books back there. I'll spend time at Chapters, Indigo, and then I'll also buy books on Amazon. I buy audiobooks, and then as well I will go to secondhand stores and go to the book section, because some of these books you can get for as little as $5, which is fantastic. So this looks like an interesting read. I heard a little bit about it, so I'm going to be reading that. This one I tried reading last night, but I fell asleep. It's called Counting Sheep by Paul Martin, not the former Prime Minister of Canada. So this looks like an interesting read. I'm very fascinated with the whole idea of actually recreating your dreams in your head as you sleep, being a participant. So it's kind of interesting because Christopher and Jonathan Nolan, the people that created Batman, Inception, all that kind of stuff, they actually used to have dreams when they were kids, and they would often talk about their dreams and stuff. And they got to a point where Jonathan was able to manipulate his dreams, and that's why he came up with the idea of Inception. And that was always fascinating to me. And there's a couple of videos that I watched and articles that I read about the idea of being able to manipulate your own dreams, whether that means inventing things, building projects, all that kind of stuff while you're sleeping. So I remember one time I woke up in the middle of the night. It's about 4 o'clock, went to the bathroom, and then I realized that the best time to try and remember your dream is when you just wake up. So what I did is I thought to myself, I'm going to try and remember this dream. So I went back to sleep, fell asleep right away, and wouldn't you know it, I dreamt that I was on a farm. I remember being in the farmhouse, and I remember my wife's family all around, and I went over to the kitchen table, and I went to put my hand on a table to feel if I was in a dream or not, and that's one of the secrets. And I remember putting my hand through the table, and I went, oh, I'm actually dreaming. So then I proceeded to go through the walls, and I actually went up above the farm, and then I woke up. And I was like, oh, I was there. So that hasn't happened for a while. But it's very interesting that there are some things that you're supposed to do during the day. And that is, just for example, during the day, if you're awake, and you know you're awake, you're supposed to do little tests, like knock on something, knock on a piece of wood, table, whatever it is, you know, if it's a cup, whatever, go, yes, this is real, this is an object. But you practice that during the day, several times during the day. That way, when you're sleeping and you're in a dream, your subconscious will do that, and it will, you could pick up on things like going, you know what, I can actually put my hand through a table, so therefore I'm dreaming. Now you can recreate whatever you want in your head. If there's something that you're thinking about, a project, whatever it is, if you want to build a home in your sleep, you can do that. So it's quite interesting, because really all this can happen within 10 or 15 minutes, but in your dream you actually feel like you've been there all day, which is very fascinating. So I'm hoping to study this, you know, the benefits of sleep and how your mind works while you're sleeping, all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be fascinating. I look forward to reading You Inc. as well. So if you have any stories about dreams or anything like that, feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. Thank you for watching. I will see you later.